Good morning. This is day 107 on my Pacific Crest Trail adventure, walking across the United States from the Mexican border to the Canadian border. I am just waking up, just getting up and started, I should say. It is 6:40 in the morning. I got up a little earlier today because one, I want to start shifting. I just camped right in there, right by that big tree there. It's kind of a nice meadow. It is a little cool out. I was hot most of the night, where I have a 15-degree sleeping bag, rated sleeping bag, and most of the night I was kind of rolling over and I had to take it off because it was too hot, but then I take it off, it was too cold. It was just, but by the time I woke up, it was pretty cool. So I've got my sweatshirt on at the moment, on my fleece. The first steps are just tough and painful. My feet are really beat up from the last 2 days. I think coming off of a few days of rest too, it's kind of a shock to the system, get thrown right back into all this. So just taking it slow to start, but I've got 15, I think 0.4, let's just call it 15 miles to get to where the closure is. And I can't really, and I'm not legally allowed to go past that right now. So that's 20 miles of fire zone that I'll have to go around with, and try hitching off a road close by. Now, I did talk to, I had mentioned a day or two, there's an older guy I talked to who had a sciatic nerve issue as well. Nice guy named Bernie, so I talked with him yesterday. He's got a ride arranged at 1 p.m. that I had the same person's information. I hadn't messaged them or called them yet. Apparently they're charging $50 a ride, but a flat rate per car. So the more people, more cost effective. So that's at 1 o'clock. So I got up because I'm going to try to make it and at least have that as a backup plan. If I can get there earlier and get an actual normal hitch, then great. But otherwise, I will take that 1 o'clock ride with them into Etna, where I will resupply, charge my devices, get a few videos uploaded, probably get a hot meal, and then hopefully get back on trail same day. So this is going to be, I think these are called hero days. You know, Nero's when you do like half a day, let's call it, or even less, and then spend the night in town. The zeros when you take a full day off in town. Hero days are when you get in town, resupply, and get back out on trail. I think I've really only done that once or twice, and it was a small little place like Red's Meadow, where it's like right on trail. So this would be a big accomplishment for me if I can pull it off. The big challenge for me is always the videos and charging the devices. But yeah, I got an earlier start, and if I catch that 1 o'clock ride, I'd be in Etna by like 2, probably even earlier. Spend a few hours at the grocery store, charge devices somehow simultaneously, and then try to get a ride back out. So, all right, I'm gonna flip the camera real quick. I'm a little cool. Got the fleece on. I will check in, see y'all in a bit. Beautiful sunrise over the mountains there. It is definitely peaceful in the morning. This time of day, the sun just starting to kind of come up, and it is nice. I did not sleep great. I didn't track it again, and the reason I'm not tracking the last 2 days is just to kind of save battery on the watch and whatnot. But I had a really good tent site picked out, and I really like the broader area. There's like a meadow there, little creek. But I didn't see some tree roots that were in the ground that were like right where I put my tent. And within the tent, there's like the vestibules on the sides, but the actual space within the enclosed bug net where you actually sleep, like the footprint, it's like not even, it's on an angle, it's just how the tent's designed. So I kind of like lay that out and pick that part out, and then the vestibules just kind of extend where they do, assuming there's room. Well, I put it right on these roots. I didn't see it. They blended in. By the time I set up the tent and laid down, I wasn't going to move at all. But basically, like, my hip was directly on this root that was bulging out, like pretty sizable. So I ended up using my puffy jacket, which I often use as like I stuff it into the pocket. It's designed to do that. Collapse into a pocket. And then I use it as like a second pillow between my legs or something. So I basically had to use that all night on the route. But I definitely woke up a bunch. I put some earplugs in early on. I've had some weird dreams. I remember little fragments of them. So I definitely was getting some decent sleep, I guess. But I am pretty, just a little like groggy. Third day in a row. This is where it starts to add up. But it's all part of the challenge out here. Can't tell if that's like a chainsaw or a cow. I think it's a cow. Okay, this cow sound has been going off at way too frequent of a cadence. Almost consistent. And it sounds the same every time. And I read comments because I considered camping here last night that there's some annoying gong that kept waking everybody up, and apparently it's from a local summer camp. Call me crazy, but honestly, it sounds like the recording of a cow being played. It's just been too non-stop and too much the exact same sound. It's very odd. Hopefully you can still hear it in the background. All right, I've heard this cow noise over 50 times at this point in the last 10 minutes. I don't know if you can hear it. It is actually quite disturbing. Hear it once or twice, like, oh, a cow. Hear it on repeat. I don't know what the hell's going on. If that's at summer camp over there. Some weird shit. I am very curious and slightly disturbed by whatever the hell's going on in that valley. With this Chinese torture, repetitive, recording-esque sounding moo or groan from a cow. There's a bear in there. There we go. Man, once again, the second I talk to it, it goes away. It's anecdotal in my experience, but in my experience and in talking to others and what I've learned, honestly, the bears are more skittish than the deer. The deer really aren't afraid. You get really close to them here, then they'll kind of move away a bit. The bears, the black bears, you talk to them, or they know that you see them, then they run away. That one, I saw for a while, but it didn't know I saw it. And then when I stepped out and made eye contact and said something, it immediately ran away. You can hear the cow better here, but it's different sound, less frequent. At least it's a nice view while we wait. Just recording, hoping to catch this crazy cow sound in the valley, but it's different. I've only heard it twice, whereas by now the frequency of the other sound would have been 8 or 10 times. Oh, it just did it. Can't get the camera out in time though. part's pretty cool. I hear cowbells moving. And that is Mount Shasta in the background, I believe, peeking out over everything. This is such a beautiful stretch. Wow. Just got to the top of a really pretty good climb, over 1,000 feet up for sure. Nice view on the other side. Nice meadow here. It's kind of Dr. Seuss-y, how they're bent and such. Just finished another climb. I'll check the elevation, but I'm probably close to around 2,000 total on the day. That almost looks like it's cleared out, like a farmland or football field or something, but the way it's so perfectly square, probably is something. My feet are really hurting, I think just because of the last few days. Thankfully, my stress fracture is not hurting like it's been. It feels, I mean, it's still feeling there a little bit, but it's definitely healing. I think those 3 days in Shasta must have helped. And then I complained a bit when I got back out hiking again. And then just being mindful of how I hurt it, like, or where it hurts, and avoiding that. It's feeling all right, but definitely feeling pain, soreness, I'd say, in other places like my shins, my posterior tibs in both legs, but especially my right leg, which has been on and off. I've mentioned it in the last 4 or 5 weeks, I'd say, on and off. My right plantar fasciitis is hurting. My toes are throbbing in my right foot. Just this shoot pain randomly through them. They feel a little numb. Then I got the blister hot spot on my left pinky. And then I got that other issue in my ring finger, on my ring toe, I guess you call it, on my right foot. Yeah, that's about the litany of ailments this morning, but so grateful for this stress fracture to not be hurting again. But my right plantar fascia is hurting more than it's been in a while, probably just from the increase in mileage 2 days ago. So trying to be gentle, but I gotta get to this closure by 1 p.m. Otherwise I'm gonna be in a tough spot. I don't think there's many cars coming through there at all to get a hitch. There's normally not, but especially if there's a fire close by. And this late, you know, it's a time and money thing, so I just got to get there pushing. I think I'm about 7 miles in right now. Okay, just fact check myself. I'm 7.5 miles in, just under 7.4, and I'm about 1,600 feet in elevation. I said 2,000. I know on the day, because I mapped out what I have to do to get to this closure, it's going to be over 2,000, and based on the map I just looked at, most of the increase I think is done, so that's why I guessed that. But 1,600 according to my watch, so still got more coming up. But yeah, I'm pretty sore right now. All right, it's 10:30. I've done 10.6 miles, so I have 4.4, or maybe 4, I forgot, it's maybe like 4.8 to go, and 2.5 hours of time if I'm going to take that 1 o'clock ride. Could always potentially get a hitch, which would be free. I think it's unlikely, so I'm going to pause because I'm quite hungry. I've been going pretty much nonstop. Take a little break. Oh, this looks very official. Paper bag. Honestly, maybe it's just a scam from the Etna Chamber of Commerce. Well, I've reached it to where this alleged closure is. I mean, it is a closure. I say alleged, meaning implying like it might not probably be needed. Tempted to still go for it, but I don't want to lose my permit or anything. I also want to respect the rules, even though it doesn't seem like there's really a need. Just probably managing liability. And hey, Bernie, just getting to the point where we'll have to hitch from. Wait for a ride here. It's like go with a few people. First place, Bernie. Nice job. Some actual horses on the PCT. Oh, second, I took my camera out. This guy was laying around right next to my bag full time. Our ride has arrived. All right, heading to the Etna Brewing Company because I got to charge my devices and get some videos uploaded. So might as well do it with the beer tent, right? And got Bigfoot on here, so I'm pumped for that. Obviously my kind of place. Everyone's so friendly here. Got the bagpipes going. Take care. Thank y'all. Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much. Had a great stop. Wish I could spend more time here, but need to keep moving to get to Canada before winter. Food was great. Beer was good. Oh, yeah. This place has been here since 1872. They've been brewing their own beer. That's wild because craft breweries are so just oversaturated these days, and most of them are going to last like 20, 30 years. Etna Brewing Company, 1872. Pretty amazing. So it's almost 3:30. Had a nice little break there. Probably didn't get into town till like 1:45 because picked up at 1, a little after 1. And I'm pretty proud of myself. I got 2 videos uploaded because they had great Wi-Fi, and I already had them all ready to go. And I charged my power bank. So now I'm just gonna go do a little shopping at the gear store and the grocery store, and then probably get back on trail. My right shin, as soon as literally the second day that my left foot's stress fracture starts feeling a little better, my right shin, which I've complained about on and off for the last 4 or 5 weeks, is hurting pretty bad. I've been massaging it and all my breaks with a massage ball, but man, it is definitely like anterior tib tendinitis vibe. Just did a very efficient 2-day resupply at Ray's. It's good, good spot, good stop. There's some southbound hikers there. Take care, y'all. Kind of fun to run into people now. You don't know if they're northbound or southbound. I would say there was 6 or 7 PCT thru-hikers in that store resupplying, and I did end up basically saying hi or talking with all of them, and half and half for northbound, southbound. So this is just a cool new dynamic. I'm gonna have to start informing people in towns and stuff which direction I'm heading because they're not gonna know. And people I meet, I can't just assume they're going the same way I am anymore. Etna is a quaint town. All right, just did some at Etna Creek Outfitters. I got a new pair of Darn Tough socks, PC logo, but PCT logo on them, like the ones I lost. But I got a size small, so I think they'll actually fit right, so I might like them better. And then I got a freeze-dried meal, a couple of liquid IVs. They had tons of sun hoodies. Like the one in Mount Shasta had nothing. The gear store there, which is a bigger town, they had a phenomenal selection of sun hoodies here. I could have bought, there's multiple options I would have been happy with and good with, but fortunately I gotta wear this out for the next few days. That's okay. Yes, and I'm gonna ditch these socks, get a sandwich to pack out for dinner, and get back on trail. Currently getting a fresh deli sandwich to pack out for the hike. All right, got my fresh custom sandwich. I made roast beef with provolone and I think some whole mustard, and then pretty much all the toppings you can get. And got the ice cream. It was really nice running into Kevin and Ophelia in the gear store. Hadn't seen them since a while, so really good to see them again. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. About to get a ride back from Jan, who gave us a ride in. Pack is way too heavy for only a two-day carry. It's only 57 miles to get to Syed Valley, which is where I'll get the new shirt. Someone did comment though at the brewery. They said, that's an awesome shirt. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, you can tell that thing's seen some miles. I was like, yeah, I guess so. Kind of cool. But it's gonna be a heavy water carry. So it's 8 miles or 7 miles to the next water, and it's a trickle. So it's really like, could be up to 11 miles if you go to the next source. So pretty heavy, but catch y'all back on trail.
That's another ambulance.
Seen a bunch of them going by.
A wreck or something. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, someone's off the road.
Whoa.
That's
okay,
not good.
now we know why they're here.
Dang.
Okay, so it wasn't because of fire.
I bet that scared the crap out of them. Wow. Jesus.
Ooh, just got dropped off. Just stepped and really felt my left stress fracture there. So it is not healed fully, but by any means. I've just been somehow taking care of it, and miraculously it's been feeling better, but it's definitely not better. Oh. Thank you for the ride, Jen. Appreciate it. This is local. Etna's a beautiful town. I hope to return. And check out the vlog. So that is where the closure ends, that we're not allowed to be, even though I don't even see a sign there. There's people going the other direction now. And this is where the trail resumes. So unfortunately, 20 miles, not allowed to do, but I have done way more than 20 miles that don't count for the PCT, like Kearsarge Pass, for example. So it is what it is. Kind of ruined my whole streak here, but that's all right. Beautiful views as we just get back on trail. I think I'm gonna ditch some water and just try to push to this next water source. Okay, so I'm currently carrying like 2.5 liters of water. That was in case I wasn't gonna make it to this next water source, but I think I'm gonna try and do it. 7.5 miles. Got 2.5 hours till sunset, so I think I'm gonna dump out like a liter or liter and a half for the weight. All right, just dumped that water out, so lighten the pack a little bit. But I'll tell you, my pack is quite heavy. It is way too heavy than it should be for a 2-day carry. It's about a little under 60, I think 57 miles to Syed Valley. But because it was only 2 days, I'm just so tired of eating the same food. I decided to mix it up. So I'm carrying 2 bananas, an apple, an avocado. These are not things that get to eat out here. I have a big fresh sandwich that I showed you that I got for dinner tonight. So these things are adding weight, but definitely feel it, but I think it'll be worth it. The gear store was great there. Unlike the one in Mount Shasta, this one actually had everything hikers actually want. And that's not just my opinion. It's talking to other hikers too. So it is nice in these small towns because everything's kind of in one spot. Like the gear store to the brewery to the grocery store was all within 2 blocks of each other, which is great. When you get to the bigger towns like Lake Tahoe or Big Bear, it's just everything's so spread out. It makes it a lot harder to get what you need. I did not do laundry or shower, but I am quite proud of myself for how efficient I was able to get in, have a meal, have a beer, charge my devices, not fully, but mostly, get 2 videos uploaded, and get my resupply done. Now the resupply was only for 2 days and some gear, like about the socks. But for me, not my strength. I'm kind of inefficient in towns. Pretty happy about it. That nice shirt hole. getting some sunburn on it. Ugh. And I'll tell you, right now I am just beat up. Stress fractures hurting a little bit. My right anterior tib is as bad as it's been in the 4 or 5 weeks I've been talking about it. It's almost hurting to the degree that my left one hurt. That took me off trail going into Idlewild. I feel it every step. It's crazy. Just as soon as my stress fracture starts getting better or feeling better, then this flares up. It's literally like, was it like this the whole time and my body just can't signal? I don't know. My shirt's just totally falling apart, getting sunburn on the shoulder. My left pinky toe is blistering. My right ring toe hurts in every step. I think that's like the extent of it at the moment, but combine that all together, and I'm just like sweaty, heavier pack on. Combine that all together, like every step is just a slog, like mentally. It's like trying to like self-talk how to keep going and motivated this whole trail, but like at this point in time it's challenging. But I'm just reminding myself I'm 6 days out of finishing California. That'll be a big milestone, and from there we'll see. But and sorry if it was a little windy there. I came up over after quite a climb, a lot of annoying rocks to step on, trying not to trip. Came on up on that ridgeline and over, and there's clearly a wind tunnel there. Nice view here though. Didn't see any smoke from the fire. The lady that dropped us off, Jan, said that you could see it where she dropped us off a few days ago. So I don't know. She's, you know, it's hard to say, but that was legally required not to go there, I believe. So I say I believe because like it is officially closed. The PCT is not open there, and I could probably lose my permit if I was caught. Now, would something else happen, like a ticket or fine? I don't know, but not sure how it all works. Honestly, I gotta hang up right now. My right shin hurts so much. Well, the pain in my shin got so bad, so intense, so severe, so quickly that I literally just had to stop and take painkillers. Like, I swear there's one freaking thing after another out here. Can't catch a freaking break. Oh yeah, I don't think I shared this yet. If I did, my bad. But when we were sitting waiting for our ride, some people on horseback came by. They were like locals doing like a little horse ride. And the one guy asked, y'all, you guys having fun on the trail? And none of the three of us responded for like a couple seconds. And then I decided to say, not really. And that was definitely the consensus answer, speaking on behalf of everyone. So yeah, it's hard to actually enjoy. Like, there's moments I'm having fun, but am I having fun in general? Not really, no. And again, I didn't come out here for that, but like, it's really hard to have fun when I can't have more than one day in a row of no pain. I mean, it's day 107, damn it. I literally don't think I've had more than 2 days straight. This whole freaking trail, not an actual pain, not soreness or aching or any of that, like pain, like I am in right now, my right shin and somewhat my left foot. Fuck. I literally can't fucking walk right now. It's that painful. I just sit down. It's that fucking painful. It's like when I was going up into fucking Idlewild. Not one day after my first stress fracture starts feeling better, this fucking thing acts up. Like, what the fuck? I can't catch a fucking break. It's like, it's honestly, it's not even, it's beyond comical at this point. God damn it. I just want this fucking thing to be over. This deer, hi, just walked so casually by me across the trail. Like, look, it's just checking me out. It's a pretty deer. Like, compare that to the bear this morning. The bears are legitimately much more skittish. I'm less than 10 minutes from when I had to completely stop because of how insanely painful this is, seemingly out of nowhere. Yes, My right shin has been hurting there on and off for the last 4 or 5 weeks. You can go back and watch the videos and confirm that. I am positive I've mentioned it enough, but nowhere to this level. And it literally comes up within a day, and then the pain gets from like annoying to like serious, and then from serious to like debilitating, like within an hour. It's just unfreaking believable. And I am struggling right now to hobble these last 2.5 miles I have left to get to where I need to camp, because there's water there. I don't really have enough to be comfortable for the night. I'm sure I could survive, but if I can make it, I need to make it to where I planned. It's just unbelievable. Look, I don't feel bad. I'm swearing. Like, I'm not, this isn't for kids. I flag it as not for kids. I'm not trying to put on some act or some show. It really freaking is hard out here a lot of the time. And it sucks a lot of the time. And it takes a really, and these injuries I think are more extreme than most people are dealing with, but a lot of people I talk to have some. But at this point, most people who've had the injuries I'm having, I think have stopped, because they probably should. I probably should be stopping with some of these injuries I've had. But that's not in my DNA. But I don't feel bad I'm including the swearing. I don't like that. I know it's not the best reflection on me, but you know what? They're just words that I use, like a lot of people, when they're really frustrated. And it's a fair depiction of what goes on out here. Because if I'm cutting that part out, but then showing this beautiful deer and bear that I see today, it's not showing you a realistic perspective of what it's like out here. Because I was happy this morning, and I saw a bear. And I swore really loud before I swore again in the video, as I literally just taking my frustrations out. Like, that's real. Frick. It's so bad. That's real. And so that's how I'm going to depict it, you know? My entire evening has been rerouted to pain management. I'll get my tent set up, and then I don't even care if I don't eat tonight. Priority is going to be absolutely doing everything I can so this doesn't get to the point like it did in Idlewild where I was taken off trail, which means massaging it. I'm going to take a shit ton of painkillers. I'm going to put on that CBD cream and rub it in. I'm going to elevate it, which isn't really the issue here, but I am going to do everything I possibly can. I've been massaging it all day, but geez, after getting into town and back out here, it just got step leveled up in terms of insanely more painful. I don't get it. You know, yesterday night too, because I stopped earlier before the sunset, I actually did a proper full stretch routine, which I can't tell you the last time I did that, including some massage after. And this shin was bugging me yesterday, not to this level anywhere near it, but enough that I spent a good 3 to 5 minutes just on it, massaging it with the cork ball and working it out. Yep, here we are. So pissed off. I'm about 1/3 of a mile away from where I'm going to camp. I've had to stop multiple times, dead stop, and basically lay down, put all my weight on one leg, because the insane level of pain my right shin is abruptly in. And I'm so freaking pissed off that I have no positive way to spin this situation. So I don't want to do this video anymore. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.